I woke up this morning to knowing what I knew that I was going to quit. Okay, I don't even know how to even start this show because, um, first of all, I'm not going to. This ain't a traditional smokers lounge. Um, y'all already know who I am, of how I begin these shows all the time. By going through, I'm not going to announce the sponsors because, like I said, this is my personal opinion and thoughts. It does not reflect my sponsors, nor do I want it to be even associated with them. That's why I'm not mentioning them for this episode. So they're not sponsoring this episode. I am not even going to do ads on this motherfucker. It's going to be straight raw, uncut, unedited, and everything. And as y'all know, the election is over. My prediction was wrong. My first thought was right when I talked to Big Jordan when it was announced that Kamala will be running for president to replace Joe Biden. And let's just say, I my first thought was this: I don't see her winning because she's a woman. Now I know that might sound sexist. That might sound uh, sexist, uh, male chauvinist, or what have you. But lo and behold, 100 days later, not only did Kamala lose, she got blown out. She got basically mopped the floor. No matter what this man said, did, what have you, felonies and all, he is our now our 47th president with a Republican led Senate and House as well as the Supreme Court to his disposal. Next 4 years. And trust me, I'm hurt not because she lost and I definitely want Trump to be president, but it showed me a lot about people, about black men, Hispanic men, about media, about all of this. So I'm gonna talk about all this in this show. I'm gonna give you my thoughts, honest opinion. I don't sugarcoat bullshit, nothing. I'm gonna tell you why she lost. I'm gonna give you the real why she lost. So it's time to smoke this over and welcome to the Smokers Lounge. Now, you're going for the next couple of weeks, months, even a year, going to listen to Fox News, CNN, NBC, ABC, YouTubers, everyone that has anything to say, from Candace Owens to probably even Dr. Umar, on why Kamala lost, why the Democrats lost. They're going to give you it's because the failed policies that Biden had. They're going to say it's inflation. They're going to say a lot of things of why it didn't work. And of course, they are going to do that. It's no different than when you listen to a sports channel, sports ESPN or Fox Sports, and the analyst breaks down why this team lost this game and what they might could have done differently or what have you. You feel me? But they're not being 100% honest and real of why it's. Let me say this again. It's 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 not those reasons. She didn't lose because of the lack of policy. She didn't lose or got blown out because of Biden. No. She lost for, I think, maybe 3 to 4 reasons, three in particular. And I'm going to break those down for you in this show. Like I said, I normally try to do like 20 minutes. I ain't trying to be on here all damn day because I got another show. But sometimes I end up doing an hour. So if I end up doing an hour, forgive me. Especially for the guy in the comments that said I talk too much. I'm a podcaster. I guess YouTuber to a certain extent. That's my job, fucker, to talk. So if y'all enjoy hearing me talk, buckle up, light your blunts. Let's talk. The Kamala was kind of doomed. And it began with her being a woman. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say it, and a lot of them don't want to say it. My man Ebru was the only one that really said it. Actually, Paul Rosenberg, he said it. Everybody, that whole crew on the Hot 97 said it, and I give them kudos for being the ones that are more real. Charlamagne didn't want to say it. Joe Budden didn't want. None of these motherfuckers want to say the obvious. These motherfuckers didn't want a woman to be president. Everything points to it, from the gender gap situation posed to even the issues that she was behind. Yeah, issues pertaining to women, she was killing Trump. But when it came to economy, the news didn't want to say it. That's a man's subject. Her being a woman, these men and some of these women, and apparently white educated women and Latino men, felt that a woman shouldn't be president. And yes, black men, because I'm not gonna let black men off the hook because we voted 80%. No, motherfucker, it should have been 90. Should have been 85. You rappers, the 50 Cents and all them in the world that sit there and said, yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Y'all shouldn't even been voting for the motherfucker, but I digress. Who you vote for is who you vote for. But let's be real. Why did you vote for Trump? It had nothing to do with policy. It had nothing to do with none of this shit. No, it was simple. I can't see myself calling a woman president. They tried it with a white woman. She lost the electoral vote, but won the popular vote. Go figure. This go around, black woman, she got smoked. She didn't even win the popular vote. Trump had it sold up by midnight. That's how much of a blowout it was. She underperformed everywhere that she supposed to overperform, and didn't over and underperform in places where they were expecting her to underperform. She underperformed that. And when I think about the suburbs, when I think about the two demographics that really showed up for Trump, especially in Pennsylvania, let's look at the culture. Hispanic men don't feel that their woman should be the head of the household. They don't feel they should be preachers. They don't feel necessarily that they should have a leading place in society. They don't believe in equal nothing. Even to, let's go there. I sat there and listened to, what's his name? Queen Flip. Queen Flip said he can have, I guess, female friends or something to that nature, but she can't have that shit, right? You had Corey Holcomb, who sat here and said, because this go to black men, that, oh, I can fuck as many women as I want, but she can't fuck no other dudes. When it comes down to it, is that these demographics believe in the dynamic, the conservative dynamic of a man and a woman, and feel that a woman's place should be behind a man. These are the same educated women. Now, hold on. Key thing, it was the white educated women, the ones that got the husbands and the whole nine, right? The sisters, you know they're going to go for karma. We already knew that. But the point being is, them boss chicks that don't sit here and claim to be boss chicks and brag on it, look who they went for. Because they didn't believe that a woman should be president. I'm going to be real with you. A lot of motherfuckers, now I know what y'all saying. Well, wait a second, Bob. You have women governors, mayors, and stuff. Let me explain this to you. Half the time, the reason why them women won the election is because either they went against another woman or the male counterparts was inept. They wasn't good candidates. They weren't good candidates. So the men said, well, fuck it, I can't back this dude, so I might as well back her. Or it was enough women that voted in those primaries that pushed her over. Men are taught that a woman plays we're damn near taught she's supposed to be barefoot in the kitchen and pregnant. Especially in the Latino, in the African American community, and you might well say other communities, even to a certain extent, the white community. We are taught that the man supposed to lead. You know how many dudes secretly in the barbershops amongst dudes sit there and say, damn, man, I can't imagine being called the first gentleman. Think about that. They scrutinized everything that she did. Let it been a black man married to a Jewish white woman, wouldn't got the same scrutiny. But black woman married to a Jewish male, scrutiny. Even the people that when you know how they do after they do the debates, the town halls, or when they talk to the focus groups, and I ain't never heard anybody say, I wish they would explain their position a little bit more or be more specific or gain more specifics. We're talking about during a debate against Donald Trump. We're talking about a town hall where I only got 45 minutes. So I'm supposed to break down, and I just said this before, but I'm going to do the rant again. I'm supposed to break down my complete fucking plan to you in less than 45 minutes when we got other issues that I got to discuss and answer. They did it because she's a woman. Let it be uh, uh, Bill Shapiro or Ben Shapiro or Bill Shapiro, whatever his name is, the governor in Pennsylvania. Let it be him. Same rhetoric, right? Down to the T. You wouldn't have had that same conversation. They would have been like, I kind of like his idea. Yeah, I like that he's trying to do this. Oh, that is just beautiful. He sounds beautiful. I guarantee you, if Trump went against Ray Cooper, he would have, man, they would have mopped the floor with Trump. The Democrats didn't even want her to be vice president. She wasn't even popular. Go again, she wasn't even that popular. especially amongst black men. Because the narrative was she put a lot of black men away for this and that and this and that. But here's the thought: she's a fucking prosecutor. That's her fucking job. Listen to how a Muslim who happens to be Lord Jamal, and you got a Christian guy, technically, because Judge O'Brien, because he claimed to be Christian. Look how they talked about him. Christianity, woman can never be a preacher. Muslim, they can't even show skin, but that motherfucker can see to show his face, chest, and legs. We have proved that we are a conservative country. We need to stop with this progressive talk. To my LBGTQ brothers and sisters and theys and so forth, and let me tell you this. Y'all live in a conservative country, babe. Y'all live in a country that don't fucking want you. That was proven with this presidency, with his presidency. It was proven with this election. Men want to tell women what to do with their bodies. That's the whole reason why he got reelected. Actually, let's keep it 100. Y'all care more about money than fucking health. Yes, inflation was going to be high because you want to know why? Biden took over during the pandemic a Trump presidency. So he had to fix a lot of shit that Trump did within the first 2 years. He also had dissension within his own party dealing with Munchin, who kept flagging everything. And then the border bill got cut. Plus, Biden didn't tout his accomplishments. But guess what about to happen? We about to have a White House press, what do they call it? White House press conference every single day for the next 4 years. You're gonna get to know about 3 or 4 of his press aides. We're gonna see this motherfucker every single day. You're gonna hear him in the news cycle every single day. But back to my point. Because she was a woman, we questioned what she was doing as a vice president. Never heard anyone question what Biden did when he was vice president. Never heard anyone question what Pence did. No one ever questioned what Cheney did or Quayle. No one cared about the vice president. But then when a woman becomes a vice president, and then she comes up to run, now we question what the fuck. Oh, she was the border czar. Everything she was saying was making sense. Everything she was saying would boost the economy. Everything she said was actually better than what Trump, which Trump didn't say anything. But because Trump's a man, he could say whatever the fuck he want because when she talked, y'all heard wah, 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 wah. That's reason number one why she lost. Because she was a fucking woman. Y'all picked a woman to do a man's job. And what's sad about it is, I said we're going to see how progressive of a country we are. We are not progressing by any means. We're not progressive. There's nothing progressive about us. Can we stop with that shit? Y'all want to be woke so bad, but y'all didn't vote woke. Y'all vote unwoke. That vote regressed us, people. But I ain't gonna say nothing because, like I said, I'm gonna sit back and look at all these black celebs that voted for him and all the black people and the Latino people that vote for him and watch how y'all fucking complain about how he is for the next 4 years. And I'm just gonna laugh and say, well, y'all voted his dumb ass in. Y'all wanted Trump in because y'all couldn't see a black woman being president. He damn sure couldn't see a white woman being president. Now, the second reason is we get our news everywhere else but the main news. And news is no longer news. It's news with opinion. And sometimes the news ain't even real. And the big platforms, news platforms, I agree with this one YouTuber. They try to be so unbiased, except for Fox. Fox is unapologetically biased. They spread so much fake news, it ain't even funny. It's a couple of those, the Newsmax and all that. We don't get our news from news anymore. We get our news from the YouTubers, from the podcasters, the red pill sector. Because think about this for a second. Candace Owens has a base, and she's conservative as fuck. She says some of the dumbest shit on God's green earth, but she got a following that's just as strong as CNN. She has just as much of a voice and sway as CNN. And she biased as fuck. When I sit there and look at it, it's not a surprise why false information happens. When I sit here and listen to all these people that sit here and say what Trump did, they were just echoing what Fox News said or one of these conservative outlets said. They didn't do the research because no one does research anymore. We don't read. No, we don't read. When the last time you read a book? When the last time you read a newspaper? When the last time you looked at a magazine? Let's go there. Y'all don't look at the magazine when you in line at a CVS or the grocery store. We on our cell phone. We consume opinions, not news. We consume commentary, not hard facts. That's why I said we trust nothing but believe anything. We believe that Trump gave us the checks because Trump signed his name on it. No, truth be told, he did not want to give us no stimulus checks. He had no choice because the pandemic was that bad. Actuality, he was the reason why the pandemic got bad. Obama had stuff that was actually in place to catch something like this, but because he wanted to discredit a black man, he took it away. And then when the pandemic actually hit, guess what? It killed a lot of Americans. He finally had to do something. Oh, and this was funny. The moratorium on the renters, that happened under Biden, not him. He would have never done that. So some of you motherfuckers that got behind on your rent because you lost your job or couldn't work, that was Biden that kept your ass in that house from being evicted. But because Biden don't bloviate his accomplishments like that of Trump, guess what? Y'all didn't fucking know. And because CNN didn't mention it, because MSNBC didn't mention it, and Fox Dasher won't going to mention it, none of these, and we don't have any liberal outlets like that. You didn't know. And then what's funny is the media blitz. Think about this. She did interviews here. People were like, she should have did Joe Rogan. She should have did this. She should have did this. She should have did this. And once again, go back to she was a woman. There was nothing she could fucking do. It won't. One, she wasn't even supposed to even. This is not a surprising. This shouldn't be a surprising finale to this because one, she wasn't supposed to be the one running. Two, she only had 100 days, and she's a woman. She walked in under the gun. They kept saying, well, she couldn't separate herself from Biden. That had nothing to do with it. Actually, it was something that was brought to my attention that a lot of the incumbents around the world lost. Interesting. See, that's the thing that we consume our news, we consume shit differently. I came from a time where it was ABC, NBC, CBS. Then eventually it was a CNN. They gave us hard news. There was no opinion pieces. If you want an opinion piece, you had to read the newspaper. Now, when you hear people say, where you get your news from? Where you hear that from? TikTok. This TikToker told me. Hell, y'all get your recipes from TikTok. Smoke that over. And when you get your news from places that are not credible news outlets, misinformation can happen. I'm sitting there seeing a commercial where they were saying that she was going to take away menthol cigarettes, and she ain't said nothing. She ain't said nothing about that. I never forget the image that when it was announced that Elon Musk put up there, and she walked. She was walking to a table. She had a mask. She had a mask on. She sat down at the table, took the mask off, and had a table full of women. He said, "This is what you want for your next 4 years." Think about that. That, as small as an image it was huge. Because you want to know why? How many men sit here and say, "Damn, man, she might have a cabinet full of women. All she gonna do is look out for the women. She ain't gonna look out for no men." If you even with the, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. The fact that they sat there and said, "What you gonna do for black men?" I ain't never, no. In other election cycles, it was, "What you gonna do for black folk?" No. Because she was a woman, they were worried that black men won't gonna get overlooked. That she only gonna do for black women. Once again, misinformation. You want to know why? Because before she ran, all this shit about what happened over there in San Francisco and California been permeating up and down the West Coast, across to the East Coast, and the whole nine. Come on now. Even to the point that the first thing that came out of their mouth when she was announced, she slept around. But yet you have a president that sat here and said, yeah, grab him in the pussy. And have actually been charged with sexual assault and found guilty. But because she's a woman, I'd rather take a sexual assault assailant over a thought any day. Misinformation. It was bad as shit that the dude came out that she supposed to be having sex with. And it was like, we was in a relationship. She didn't use me to get on. But because Candace Owens told y'all believed it. As much as y'all talk shit about Candace Owens, y'all actually listen to Candace Owens and you believe half the shit she says. So that's the second reason of why she lost. Social media and the news outlet, the misinformation. Add to it, she's a woman that's black. And the third, and I think most important, how is it that Trump was able to relate to the working class people? A guy who is an elitist, been an elitist, always have been an elitist, is well liked, loved, so much that he can have one of the most hated men. He can have some of the most racist motherfuckers come to his doorstep and we don't even blink an eye. The reason why, because now they look at the Democratic Party as the elite party. When I think about it, did they have anybody that was a normal person speaking for Kamala? You had the Obamas, you had the Clintons, you had the celebrities. But did we ever see just an average motherfucker like me up there speaking? See, once again, with her having all these celebrities and doing all this, and I get why they did it because the RNC did the same. But here's the difference. Trump was relatable to the working class. Her being a woman, and then you got Meg Thee Stallion, you got all these people speaking up for you, all the celebrities coming out of nowhere speaking up for you. It made her seem like an elitist bitch. Actuality, they looked at her like they would Madam Secretary Hillary Clinton. Because what they kept saying, she's a elitist. She's an elitist. She was the secretary. Plus, the wife to a former president. She was a prosecutor. She explained her home life, that she come from humble beginnings, but to the people that was looking at her, you a sheltered bitch. You a sheltered bitch. I'm gonna tell you funny. His dumb ass being in the trash truck netted him more votes. Think about this for a second. The labor unions would not endorse Kamala Harris. They didn't endorse Trump, but they wouldn't endorse Kamala Harris. Why? Let's go back to it. She's a woman, black woman. I don't think no woman can handle this. I can't expect no woman like that. That's why I tell women, when you lose respect as a businesswoman, it's hard to get it back because they don't want to give you that respect to begin with. They don't want to look at you as a woman that could be a leader of a country, a leader of men and women. Actually, more importantly, a leader of men. They see you as a birth giver. They see you as a caretaker, but they don't see you as a leader. They don't see you as someone that can carry the house financially. They don't see you as someone that can carry a church. They don't see you as someone that can carry as a CEO. You know how hard a woman has to fight to become a CEO, but a dude ain't got to do much to see that position? Trump has no experience before he became president, had no experience in politics in any way, shape, form, or fashion. He done had 2 fucking terms. This female done been in politics majority of her career as well as a prosecutor. And she could even get enough votes to even make it a close race. Look at the goalpost moving. They say it's because of well, she was part of Biden's unpopular administration. She was already unpopular because they didn't want her in the position of being a VP anyway. I guarantee you, people underneath their breath were saying, well, maybe if we had a male vice president, he would have made better decisions because it seemed like when he was vice president with Obama, they made great decisions. And see, Obama had a man beside him. He had no woman. Come on now. That's why I explain to people, Trump, it the reason working man, traditional household, you see where this is going, right? You see where this is going. Working man, traditional household. Wife supposed to be home when I get here. Wife supposed to have my dinner cooked. So I'm expecting that these blue collar men supposed to be able to sit here and look at her and see president. They wouldn't vote for it, but I bet you a damn dog they'll fuck the shit out of her though. What you think on that? I can't vote for it, but I'll fuck her. I'll fuck her, but I won't marry her. See, that's the difference. That's why I said, yeah. But see, also, because they was bringing out all the celebrities and all these endorsements and stuff of that nature, even with Liz Cheney's considered elite. It's all about the Democrats look like the rich, spoiled kids to many of these voters, to the Latino voters, to the black voters. Think about what they said. Oh, Trump gonna look out for us. He gonna look out for the working man. He ain't worked a day in his life like that. You don't know what blue collar is. I don't think the motherfucker ever even took out his trash hardly. But you know something? This is the FAFO moment. Y'all gonna fuck around and find out. Now I hope that he don't do all that he said he gonna do. That Project 2025 doesn't take shape. None of it. But let me be the first to tell you this. You better hope no liberal judges die in no time in the next 4 years, because now he gonna put another conservative in. And guess what? That court gonna be real conservative. He has it. People don't understand the power he got to wield walking in now. It ain't the same as the last time. And after everything he done went through from impeachments and shit like that, oh, he gonna damn sure try to change things to where he ain't got to deal with that no more. And it may not be for our benefit. She could not appeal to the blue collar worker because the blue collar worker is too traditional in their thought process. A lot of them. You know, you hear me talk about swinging and porn and poly. You do realize that's a small percentage of the country that participates in that. The wider large is traditional conservative motherfuckers. Look at Amber Rose. She done became conservative. And this bitch used to do slut walks. You got Brittany Renner becoming a Muslim. You got some of the most thottiest of females right now becoming either a Christian or a Muslim. So you're going from being so liberal to extremely conservative. That's why I said understand this. The country that we're in, we're not built or equipped to have a woman president. We're not equipped to have a president from the LGBTQ. We was lucky enough to get a black man. We'll see 3 more black men before we see a black woman or white woman or Hispanic woman or any woman in that seat. I may not be alive to see it. It might be my great grandkids that see that, bruh. Because we're too masculine, narcissistic of a society for that to happen. They were saying, well, maybe she should have been more conservative. Maybe she did this. God damn it, she was playing the middle. Y'all talking about she gonna take guns. She said, motherfucker, I got a Glock. Guess what? Guess what y'all said? And I know y'all said it under your breath. That's not feminine. That's not soft. See? I can't vote for her, no. Now, if she was just a little thought, a little hoe, I bet you thought she probably would have beat Trump. But truth be told, a lot of people said Biden should have dropped out earlier or shouldn't have ran again. You know something? It just bottom line. It was made for Trump to get back in office. Because as much as people sit here and talk shit, black folk, Latino folk, and white women like Trump. And them stimulus checks made a huge impact in the black race as well as the Latino, because we keep saying black folk sleep. The Latino men thought the same thing. Yes, Poppy, we love Trump. We love Trump because Trump, he gives us stimulus check. ¿Qué pasa, man? We he give us checks, man. And then what's funny is it was crazy because the girl that be on Hot 97, she said, "Y'all leave your country for political and social and in many cases sexual freedom just to vote in the motherfucker that's gonna take all that shit away." But I forgot, Latinos, y'all talk about colonization a whole lot. I talk to a whole bunch of Latina porn stars. Colonization. The the closer to white that Latina girl or guy is, the more he's well liked. The closer to being looking black is bad. See? Once again, the biggest point, now I'm gonna shut up because I'm tired of talking about it and I'm ready to smoke me another fucking blunt and get me some more coffee. And I got a show to do tonight. She didn't appeal to working class. Social media and misinformation, and the fact that she was a woman running against a man for the top seat in our country is why she lost. She couldn't get over I'm a woman hump. Because all this leads to that. She had to convince a bunch of men, a country of men, that a woman is more capable to run the country than a white man in his 80s. Trump didn't have to convince nobody of nothing. She had to do it. But how can you convince people that don't want to be convinced? So when I hear someone sit here and say, I wish that she could have been more specific, you're basically saying, I don't want to be convinced. Because you were convinced to vote for Trump, and Trump said, well, I have a semblance of a plan, an idea of a plan. I can hear it in everybody's voice. Even though you didn't want to vote for Trump, but you didn't want to vote for a woman more. And that went for women and men. And that proves my point that this country is fucking conservative as shit. Church and state is not separate, it's actually the same. Because if you're not a straight, white, Christian male, you ain't shit in this world. The only reason why white women is right underneath, because they the main ones that are fucking those white heterosexual Christian males. You know what's real? If it was a Latino woman ran for president, she would have lost even worse because her own wouldn't even voted for her. And that's included Latina women. I want y'all to smoke that over. Kamala Harris had energy coming out. Yeah. But then when the dust settled, men in their barbershops, at the water coolers, at their house playing spades, and just talking shit about her. Now, I don't know if I want to have a bitch as president. She talked about helping out the women. She didn't say shit about black men. She didn't say shit about black men. Trump says something about the HBCUs. Oh my God, Trump, we love you. Biden gave money to the HBCUs. She went to a HBCU. You don't think that she gonna look out? You know, I hope she don't get on her period and get mad and then she want to press the nuclear codes. I done heard that before. That was with Hillary Clinton, not realizing she don't get a period anymore. See, that's why I said, nah, we will not see a woman as president. And that is sad. For as a father of daughters and one day granddaughters, I would like to believe that our country is that balanced and that equal of opportunity that a woman can reach the highest office in the land. But what this election showed me more than anything else is that's not going to happen no time soon because we're not willing to elevate our mental, our minds to certain concepts. Because logically, she would have made a better president. I get it. Y'all want when our president, when he goes to see Putin, he looks strong. I can't imagine this black woman talking to Putin. You know how many motherfuckers was mad that she was there to talk to Zelensky and Nick not who and whatever his name is from Israel. I can't excuse me for butchering the name. He was agitated that she was there. You wanna know why? How dare this bitch talk to me? She ain't no the vice president. She ain't gonna win her election, dude. What the fuck? People were thinking her saying we gonna end this war, and man, that dude ain't gonna listen to her. She's a woman. She a skirt. He'll listen to Trump though, you know, cause Trump got that bravado, cause he's a man. That's what this came down to, people. That's why the gender gap was what it was. Actually, if you want to be honest, the gender gap, the reason why he won, because the only poll that probably got it right was actual the gender gap. So I hope I gave you something to smoke over. God bless us all these next 4 years, you feel me? But I'm still gonna keep thumping, I'm still gonna do what I do. So, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over.